So this is my senior capstone proposal presentation. My name is Michael and the journey of hip hop. An overview of myself. My name is Michael Wright. I'm a senior. I transferred from Honolulu Community College 2 years ago. I graduated from the MLA program and went to Bishop Ford Central Catholic High School in Brooklyn, New York. I graduated in 1999. I'm a creative media student, and my concentration is general creative media. I'm going to go to executive summary. That's going to be my plans for my senior capstone project, and then I'm going to state my thesis, and then the objective rationale of research conducted, and then I'm going to address the significance of my proposed project with my research. My senior capstone project plans, I plan to deliver a mini album that contains 4 to 5 songs. Each song will display attributes from the 3 genres I've researched. The video I will produce will show my journey in the creation of this project. The research conducted will scope the tracks I create. My thesis statement is modern hip hop draws heavily from jazz, soul, funk, and pop using complex rhythms, unique grooves, creative melodies, and lush chord progressions, all reshaped through sampling and technology to create a distinct and evolving sound. My objective rationale for the research conducted. The research aims to help the average music enthusiast and average listener gain a deeper understanding of the creation and the evolution of hip hop music. The research covered is targeted to the advancements of hip hop music from the illustrious history. Compositions have evolved, and my research covers how essential jazz, funk, soul, as well as sampling have been to hip hop's evolution. Music theory, specifically rhythm, logically for any person researching hip hop must know the importance of history of rhythm and how it's being used generally. The significance of my research for my project would first start with music history. This project will provide the audience with a deeper insight into the world of music production, learning about both a current genre and the genres that gave rise to it is essential. Rhythm and groove have evolved, but the foundation remains similar. Elements like chord progressions and melodies continue to thrive within music theory. Music history is expressed through lyrics and impact. These genres played a role in the civil rights movement. The future implications are continually evolving. Music evolution is rapid and fluid, but music history has remained constant. This research aims to invite the viewer into my mindset and highlight both positive and negative aspects of the music process. The desired outcome is understanding and hopefully collaboration with future creatives. These 2 pictures is a picture of Motown Records and Atlantic Records from the 60s. The process is another significance for me. The music making process is enjoyable, but sometimes the moments can be stressful. I plan to focus on the pros and cons of creating original work. Some days ideas flow, others are nightmares, but one thing remains constant, making it to the finish line. The future implication is no matter how you approach the process, you must reach the goal. My process will prove that history might have failed some, but it has blessed others, especially in the music industry. hip hop has born from history of oppression and blossomed into history of progression. The project will rely heavily on trust in the process. So these are graphs that I got. The second graph is these two graphs right here are one. I'm gonna try to go to the website so it's easier to see the two graphs on the website. But this first graph right here is all about the jazz nobody is listening to. Pretty much it is a data research of 20 countries, and the highest number is the number of jazz, how many people listen to jazz and the blues. And that pretty much says that nobody listens to jazz and blues no more. And it's pretty important that we try to still get people to have some type of say reach, but some type of familiarity with the older genres, in which hip hop definitely is birthed from jazz and blues. So I thought that was pretty important to show that out of 20 countries, jazz and blues is probably the least listened to genre at this moment. And this is the graph I was trying to show you. So this graph right here pretty much is about the popularity of music genres, pretty much all the genres. The research that I did for my project, I focused on jazz, soul, funk, and just hip hop in general. And these charts show how many Billboard charts that the genres had. And as you can see from the 1980s, jazz has consistently been low on the Billboard charts. It was kind of hard for me to find research that would show before this, but this is the furthest back I could go. It's 1980, and it's consistently been around the 2-3 mark. As far as funk, it's also the same. It's kind of a dying genre. And then the one that's kind of been staying alive has been the R&B and soul. It's been consistently around 43 to in the 60s of Billboard charts, in that range. And since the 1980s. And then to show you that hip hop has went from nothing, from one, all the way up to the 30s, and got even to the highest, I think it was 81. So it's a pure sign that hip hop can carry the past genres that are kind of failing in our societies today. So I think that is a clear reason to show that the significance of my project for the hip hop community and the jazz community, also the soul and the funk community, to keep the genres living. My target audience, the research conducted is for everyone. My research intends to create material suitable for a person's grandmother and grandchildren. In a perfect world, I would love an older individual to relate to a James Brown sample over current and more relevant sounds. First, it's for all ages. It's unisex for girls and boys and all nationalities and ethnic backgrounds. My proposed solution and the intellectual significance of this research is rooted in a history of history and theory, Music theory is subjective, yet it is essential for creating any genre of music. In hip hop, this can be expressed in various ways. Each song I'm crafting is a part of a story, the story of a world that is changing and reflects the mind of a person who has experienced betrayal, hurt, and loneliness, but has harnessed his experience through sound, similar to his influences of hip hop's past. My preparation and process, I'm going to be creating 4 to 5 songs, hopefully 5. Creating in the first 6 weeks, from week 1 to week 6, I'll be creating the music, and I will be starting to create the cover art also. And then week 6 through 12, I'll be mixing and doing post-production. So mixing and video editing and cover art at this stage of the process. And then from week 12 to 15, I'll be preparing for the presentation. So assembling all the information gathered and formulating the music for the album. So like trying to make sure everything lines up and is one cohesive project for the preparing for the final. So a deliverable, 4 to 5 songs. I will be hopefully utilizing the great James Brown and George Clinton in this part. Another deliverable would be the cover art. So this first one is from a song that I first released. I got this one made for me. I made the second one. So hopefully I can do something better than the first one I did. So this is like an overall synopsis of the deliverables that I will be having. So each song will focus on the genre covered in the research. I will attempt to sample one artist from each genre covered in the research, and I will deliver cover art made in Photoshop, and I will use Adobe Premiere to edit my video production. And the 4 to 5 songs that will be created in Ableton and mixed in Pro Tools. And that'll be all. Thank you.